days you can't have it all. Work on your time, your convenience and even your mood. How can you become an agent for direct selling companies? How can you build your client base and rise in this business? Find out this week on Awaaz India Live. Hello and welcome to Awaaz India Live. I'm Shireen. Bhan. Working from home has many advantages, especially for women who want to strike the perfect balance between work and home. Now, this is exactly what direct selling companies want to capitalize on. Becoming a direct selling agent is fast becoming popular, with the market growing many-fold. Plus, the returns can be equally good. Sakshi Chet tells you how becoming a selling agent for direct marketing companies can be a profitable business opportunity.
Shades for me and all.
This is Manjula Lamba's average work day. As an independent sales manager for Avon, she works from home and gets to select her work hours and schedules. Organizing groups like this one to promote Avon products is the most important part of her job. Not only that, she also encourages others to become agents like she was about 8 years ago. Today, she is amongst the top 10 sales managers for the company in India.
It has changed my life because, see, I was earning well as a teacher, not that I was not earning, but here I don't have to, I'm not bound by any, timings. I don't have a 9 to 5 job here. It's my wish when I want to work and what I want to do, but I do get a handsome commission check at the end of the day. So as far as earning goes, I am very happy with that. Secondly, I've made a lot of strangers friends,
The direct selling industry today provides business opportunities to over 1.5 million people in India. Tupperware, one of the largest direct selling companies, alone has around 55,000 salespeople across 48 states. According to Asha Gupta, country head Tupperware, there is a Tupperware party being organized every 2 seconds.
We first sell a Tupperware opportunity, which is an income earning opportunity for women in India. By which they can shape their own destiny by selling our products. So that was a clear objective for the company to come into India. So the product, as I see it, a world-class product, is something that is a vehicle of the opportunity that we wish to project.
The mindsets of people have also changed, giving a boost to the market.
काफी स्थिति बदल चुकी है, लोग भी विश्वास करने लगे हैं, प्रोडक्ट भी इस्तेमाल कर रहे हैं और सिस्टम के ऊपर भी लोगों का भरोसा जागने लगा है.
To become an agent for most direct selling companies like Avon and Tupperware, one needs to go through a distributor. Parties and meetings are organized where the company presents and promotes its products and business models. For those interested, an introductory training module is organized free of cost. Some companies do not even need any initial investment.
The first opportunity that anybody can have with our business is by registering themselves as a consultant or a dealer. Now, this is a free opportunity. There is no startup cost primarily, so you don't give an upfront investment. You just come to one of our distributors' meetings where, with some training and information and the guidance of a unit manager, where a person comes into, they come into a unit, you can actually get started with your own first Tupperware party. The next level, as people progress in our business, they have an opportunity, as they bring in more people like them into the business, they have an opportunity to be a unit manager.
Once you join up, you are called a beauty advisor. Officially, you are called a beauty advisor. Next step is you can become an independent sales manager like we became. But a successful independent sales manager would be the one who has a lot of group of people under them.
The business models and earnings will vary according to the company and also the level you're at. For instance, in Tupperware, dealers earn a standard 25% commission on direct sales, while unit managers earn commission as well as a 3 to 4% on what their dealers earn. In case of Avon, the highest margin that agents earn is 22% on the products they sell on the brochure price, whereas margins for senior managers can go up to 33%. Other incentives also include special discounts, gifts and even foreign trips. So if the 9 to 5 job is not for you, who said earn the bucks?
Well, time for us to slip into a short break, but when we return, we speak with the agents and company representatives of direct marketing companies to find out just how their business model works. You're watching Awaaz India Live. Welcome back. You're watching Awaaz India Live, and today we're discussing how one can become an agent with a direct marketing company. We've got William Pickney now, CEO and Managing Director of Amway India Enterprises, a company which recruits direct selling agents for marketing their products. He joins us now from Delhi. Mr. Pickney, thanks very much indeed for joining us. Sir, if you can start by telling us, what do you actually look for when you're recruiting agents?
Well, there's no specific criteria that we look for, Shireen. I think, first of all, someone must be of the right age. They have to be at least 18 years of age or older, and obviously they have to have a certain enthusiasm to start their own business as such. But because we provide the individuals who become Amway business owners as much training as they need to develop their business, it's not necessary that they have a particular standard or anything else when they actually become an Amway business owner.
You talked about imparting training to your agents when they do join you. What kind of training modules do you conduct? Do these agents need to come to the headquarters and kind of be there with you for a while? How does it work?
Those sessions include everything from how to start your own Amway business to how to sell products. They obviously do cover a lot on the products themselves. Very detailed information and education about the products as such. Just everything from a very comprehensive perspective that you need to know to own and operate and successfully run your own business.
Well, you talked about the fact that you need to be above 18 before you can actually become an agent, but and you said there weren't any other specific criteria that you actually looked for. But in terms of investments, do you have a minimum figure that you actually, look at before you recruit someone?
When you start an Amway business in India, the initial cost to start your business is 4,400 rupees. And one of the really nice things is that after you make that investment, you can actually get into your business, try your business for a period of 90 days. And if for any reason, after that period of trial, you decide you do not want to continue, Amway will very happily refund your money back to you.
What is the relationship like when one does become a direct selling agent for a company like Amway? Do you actually have a sales target, or do these entrepreneurs pretty much set their own sales targets? What kind of equation do you then have?
Well, certainly, when you start an Amway business, it is your own business, and as such, you determine how much or how little you work that business. There are no sales criteria or quotas that we set for you. There is no minimum or maximum that you have to buy. It's your business. You make all of those decisions for your business. Although the training that we provide to you after you become an Amway business owner is all part of it, we don't charge anything extra for that. Ultimately, you have to decide to do the training.
Before we let you go, your advice to people out there who are just about getting in and starting their own businesses, what should they keep in mind? What are the do's and what are the big don'ts?
Well, I think the big do's are probably ones that are pretty common sense. Number one, look for a direct selling company that has a successful history. Look for a direct selling company in India that's a member of the Indian Direct Selling Association. Look for a direct selling company that has unique and special products that you can feel comfortable and about merchandising. Look for a direct selling company that has comprehensive consumer protection, that is money-back guarantees, and very comprehensive protection for you as a business owner. And I think if you look for those things, you can't go wrong with a direct selling business in India.
All right, Mr. Pickney, great of you to join us on the show today. Thanks very much indeed for taking all of our viewers through what it takes to be an entrepreneur in this country. Thank you very much indeed, sir.
My pleasure, Shireen. Thank you very much.
It's time for us to take a break, but when we return, we'll speak with a country representative of the Indian Direct Selling Association, or IDSA, to find out more about the business. Stay with us. Welcome back. You're watching Awaaz India Live. Now, Indian direct selling industry is still in its nascent stage, and yet it has made successful entrepreneurs of thousands of men and women. To tell us more about what this business entails and what one should be prepared for, we've got with us in our studio Koyalgeet Kaur. She's the country representative and senior manager at the Indian Direct Selling Association. Koyalgeet, thanks very much for joining us on Awaaz India Live. Now, you've been part of this business for the past 8 years. What's the kind of response that you have seen over the years? What's the kind of enthusiasm that you have seen?
The enthusiasm has been tremendous. Actually, the industry has grown from about $60 million to about $450 million today, and there's almost 12 lakh people involved in direct selling today. So the response, the enthusiasm, the rate of success has been tremendous.
And now there is a certain amount of quality control as well, and you're in a sense giving out certification of those agencies or those companies that are legitimately involved in this business.
Direct Selling Association has been in business since 1992, and it's actually a part of a world body which is about 50 years old. And we've been doing this certification for that long. And therefore, the part of certifying companies and people to get into direct selling has been that old.
All right, let's go across now and get in our callers. Joining us from Bhopal is Nishat Khan. Nishat, hi, welcome to Awaz India Live. Now, I believe you have a question for Koel. Go ahead.
Yeah. Hello, Koel.
Hi, Nishat.
Hi. I wanted to know what is the procedure to become an agent with a multinational company?
Okay, the procedure is very simple, Nishat and Shireen. What you really need to do is find a sponsor to get you into this business. And you need to fill up a form, a registration form, which will look at the terms and conditions of your employment with that particular company. It's not really employment, but being an agent with that company. And that's it. That's it. That you're done. You become a part of that particular company that you choose to work for. The only requirement, I must also say, is that you have to be above 18 years of age.
Above 18. But you also talked about a sponsor. Now, would the sponsor have to be somebody who is already working or an agent for that particular company that you're applying to?
Absolutely right. Yeah.
So, A, you need to be referred to by a sponsor, and you need to be above 18. All you need to do is fill up a form. All right, we've got an email now. This comes to us from Manohar Sharma. He's written to us from Gandhinagar. Now, Manohar wants to know what the difference is between direct selling and multi-level selling, and which model of business would be more easy and flexible to work on.
Okay, I would like to answer that question in a sort of a shape, if I may.
The
direct
pyramid
selling,
shape?
not the pyramid shape at all, the infamous pyramid, no. Direct selling is a broader term which actually sums up what is direct selling. Selling to people, directly, that is, without any wholesalers, retailers, etc. Direct selling can then be summed up into single level, multi-level, and so on, right? Those are the models of selling. So single level is where you sell yourself and get commissions on whatever you sell, and in multi-level you also make a team work with you. So you can sponsor people, like I was just talking about, and those people then become a part of your group, which together then actually does the selling, and you earn commissions on the group.
Okay, so you then, in addition to whatever else has been sold by your team, by the group that you're part of, you also get a certain percentage of that.
Absolutely.
All right, so that's what multi-level selling is.
Correct.
Okay, I hope, Manohar, you got the difference between what single selling and multi-level selling is. Thanks very much, and best of luck from all of us here on Awaz India Live. Let's go across now to Ludhiana. Harinder Singh joins us from there. Harinder, hi, go ahead with your question for Koel today.
Are there any laws of multi-level marketing which are applicable in India?
Okay, what about the legal process now? Because there have been question marks on the way that this industry has kind of grown in India. Ever so often you hear the government kind of looking into pyramid schemes and things like that. What is the situation as of now? Have we sorted those issues out?
Okay, see, there are two parts to this question. The legal requirements for a company are as simple as any other company or any other business that you might be in. So you need to look at whether you've got your registration with the income tax, the ROC, etc. That's like normal procedure for a company. If you're an agent, all you need to do is fill up the form and meet the criteria as that any other individual business owner would have to. The rest, then you're guided by the company. If you're earning above a certain level or you need to adhere to certain specific laws, the company will direct you as to what you need to register for.
Okay.
The question that you asked was about are issues with direct selling sorted out. To answer that, the Direct Selling Association for the last 2 to 3 years has been doing a lot of serious work in finding out what the other countries do.
Okay.
Yeah, and we've actually formulated a legislation which is a draft, and we're talking to the government about it and seeing what is the best possible option to make sure that people in this industry are covered.
Okay.
Protected and covered.
Okay, we've got an email now. Ruchika Malhotra has written to us from Chandigarh. Now, Ruchika says she's a housewife and has been thinking about getting into this business. She wants to know what kind of initial investment she would need to make. You talked about how one needs a sponsor and how one needs to fill in a form. Is there any minimum investment that these companies look at also?
The only investment that you want to look at when you get into a direct selling business is the investment of time.
Okay.
Okay, so you see how much time you want to invest, whether it's a couple of hours, maybe the whole day or whatever, depending on how your schedule is. In terms of money, you really don't have to invest huge amounts.
Okay.
It's actually starting from ₹0 to a minimal, which depends from company to company and will be dependent on the product that the company is offering you.
Okay.
And I must also share that this investment, whatever it may be, whether it's rupee 1 or rupee 100, is also refundable. Within a specified period of time, you try the business out, and if you think it works for you, great. If not, you can return the kit or whatever you bought in the beginning
And get the money back. All right.
Yeah.
Well, that's a fairly simple method. Let's go across now to Anu Chaudhary. Anu joins us from Delhi. Hi Anu, go ahead with your question. You're on Awaaz India Live today.
मुझे बस ये पूछना था कि किस तरह से मैं अपना क्लाइंट बेस इंक्रीज कर सकती हूँ.
जी अनु, ये सवाल सब लोग पूछना चाहेंगे कि हम कैसे अपना क्लाइंट बेस इंक्रीज करें. What is the magic? What is the formula that one needs to follow, Koyal?
I think, Shireen, the formula is very simple. Home. It's like charity begins at home. So you start with where you live. You start with your friends and relatives, your neighbors, your contacts, your colleagues at office and things like that. That's where you begin. So you make sure you know about the product and all the information required over there. And then you start talking about it with these people that I just mentioned. And then you start thinking about expanding beyond that, depending on the referrals that you get, etc., etc. So that will really be the formula to increase your client base.
What kind of motivation do you need? Because as you said, you're your own boss. You decide what time you start your work and what time you kind of wrap things up.
Yeah.
Do you find that as a problem, as an area of concern, that people don't really have that motivation, the drive to kind of push themselves every single day? How can you beat that?
Okay, our companies do a lot of work in supporting the people who become their agents. We start with something like trainings on products, on how to build your team, on how to be motivated. There are some companies who will even tell you how to look your best.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's the kind of training support you'll get. Then you will get a lot of materials which you can take back home and read, and continuously you are updated with things.
Okay.
And then you also have weekly meetings with a lot of companies wherein you go and meet your team, your sponsors, your downlines, your colleagues and peers, and you get your spirit back. If something has happened, you talk about it and you get over it, and then you're back in business again.
Okay.
Really.
So there's a lot of training that's imparted by
Absolutely.
the companies as well,
Absolutely.
a lot of grooming and things like that goes on. All right, let's go across to our next query now. Arpit Shekhar joins us from Delhi. Hi Arpit, welcome to Awaaz. How can we help you today?
Yeah, my question is that in direct selling, we face this problem of that our products, although they are of very good quality, they are quite expensive, and similar kind of products are offered by FMCG companies at a lower price. So we face a great difficulty in convincing our new clients or new customers in buying those products.
So you want to know how can you actually convince your clients to go out?
Right.
All right, Koyal. We've just been talking about magic formulas. Now, what would you advise him to do?
Okay, see, I would answer that question in a very, again, simple manner, which is our products are really value for money. That's really the answer. Once you understand what is the value that you're getting out of the product, you will be able to be convinced yourself about the product, maybe to use it at home or to refer to people. And once you do that with conviction, the people that you're talking to will also feel the same.
On that note, we need to wrap up this discussion. Koyal, thanks very much indeed for joining us today. Pleasure
Thanks a
having
lot.
you in the studio.
Thanks for calling us.
Email your feedback to us, your comments. Our email address is awaaz@moneycontrol.com. Till next week, it's goodbye from the entire Awaaz team. Thanks very much for watching.